What is going on, everyone? Commodore Last today brings you guys my live reaction of One Piece manga chapter 967. Now, the chapter's been out since yesterday. Well, technically, today, the translation I'm getting here, because if you guys saw my message yesterday and stuff, it was around like 5, 6 p.m. I saw apparently the chapter was out a lot earlier than usual. I know next week is supposed to be when we're getting it, but early release, which means that, once this chapter is read, the next chapter we can actually get to read, I think, is like January 17th. 19th, around that range and stuff that weekend. So it's gonna be like 2 weeks without a chapter basically. But I was getting ready to read the chapter and everything, did my intro, all that and stuff, went to the tab and everything, and I didn't even get past the only thing I know from this chapter is that we start off going to Water 7. That's basically the only thing I know. And the very second I see Water 7 in the distance, you have the quintuplet series watermark over the greatness that is my favorite island in the story. Immediately close the tab. I said we're done. I'm not gonna bother, because look, reading experiences mean a lot to me. I don't want to read something that has a garbage scan. That made Manga Panda look like something that was created by Van Gogh. Like, I didn't know what else I could say for it. So I said, you know what, man, I'll wait until next Sunday, whatever. But then I was informed that apparently the translation that I read last week for 966, the team that did that chapter did 967 apparently. So I'm going to be reading from that translation, and hopefully, presentation-wise, it's going to look a lot better compared to what I saw there. But all I know is that we're going to Water 7 from Skypiea, so basically, I guess, following how Luffy's journey was, except for the fact, I don't know if Thriller Bark would be in there, but regardless, I need to read some One Piece. I can't go 8 more days without it, especially with my schedule this week. So, without further ado, let's get into it, man. Chapter 967. And over here, the thing says Roger's Adventure. Okay. We see over here, and I guess it's like a promotional art, because apparently we're supposed to have a colored page, but I don't know if that was translated or not, or was uploaded on the thing or not. But let me see. We have here Luffy and them and the whole crew playing, like, I guess, like the, what are they playing, like Blackjack or something, or like Texas Hold'em? I don't know what will be the equivalent to for Texas in One Piece. I don't know if you call it like Sabodi Hold'em, I don't know. It has to be something though. But you see the rest of the crew there playing the game. Luffy, of course, having made as he should. Robin having, listen, man, if you could provide me all those bento boxes, life would be good. You see my boy Zoro over there, like drinking some lean as he should be as well. And then you see on Frankie, he has like a little moniker right there with the Happy New and stuff. And of course, Chopper having his time. Usopp knocked out. And of course, it's Sanji being Sanji. Anyways. You see Ichiro Oda drawn as a request from Jump's publishing office, where it was pinned to the door. Okay, so New Year stuff, we get it. Okay, so this is the name of the group. All right, so at least I'll know at the very least what their schedule is like. And if it's, as long as the chapter is dropping at least on Fridays, we're good. But if it doesn't, I'm switching straight to Sundays, because I cannot do that again. Okay, so this actually looks a lot better. Because listen, all I saw was the damn top of the fountain in Water 7, and then it was the damn ugly girl from the Quintuplet Sisters series. And I was like, you know what, man, nah, we're good. But thankfully, it's not being disrespected, and Water 7 could prosper, man. From the clouds of Skypiea, the crew safely returned to the sea and set sail to a shipbuilder city after escaping from Sky Island. Is there a detail we're missing there? Because I don't... Rayleigh never said anything about them, like, escaping on the thing. So, after departing, I think most likely what it means. After leaving from Sky Island. The Arctic is colder. No, the Antarctic. No, the Antarctic. Oh, so I see, like, the bickering between Buggy and Shanks. So that's what's going on. You see, and says sail to shipbuilder city in the shipwrights company. Stop fighting all the time, you see? And then Rayleigh just comes in, BOM! Hits everyone in the back of the heads. He's like, really? You have a stone in your country? What color is it? It's red. And they say both at the same time. So, of course, the one that Oden had ended up being the possession afterwards of Kaido, and of course, the one that we know that's in Zou, in the possession of the Minx afterwards. That's the type I'm looking for! You should have told me earlier, damn it! I can't believe we're getting these Roger faces too, though. Like, oh man. We stole the rubbing from Big Mom's poneglyph, and I have a feeling where another one might be. Great Captain. Oh, so he got it from Prime Milf Big Mom, or at least like closing on the point where her Jaws features started to come in. But I was gonna say something real quick. I know deviating a bit, but last week's chapter I realized something too, which is pretty crazy. Call it a reach or not, but people were saying that Shanks, when he was eating the chocolate bar, was to signify for the fact that they were coming off leaving Big Mom's territory with the rubbing of the poneglyph. That to me would be a wild like little like a thing like of notice and stuff. It's like, oh, they were he's eating the chocolate bar because they were there. They raided her home and then they escaped afterwards. Which that would be a nice little thing if that's actually true. Which it probably is, but it's just something I realized after the fact. And people have made mention from last week. Is this a gift from the heavens? I have all the road poneglyphs within my reach. He's like, yeah. I mean, he's not doing the say ha ha because then I would have my worries, but he's doing the ga ha 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 at the very least. In the water capital, Water 7, Scrap Island, and then you see right there Don himself, Don Tom, bro. Ta ha 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 ha. Long time no see, guys. It's like, Tom, I've been wanting to see you. Tom, son. You see right there Buggy on the shoulder of Tom. Shanks, of course, trying to go for his belly. Like, I mean, he's trying to go in for like a bear hug, but come on. At this point, we got to realize it's not gonna work. And I'm assuming, what's Roger doing here? Oh, he's trying to like grab onto him and stuff too. And, like Tom was like, "Yo, Yamete." Let me see. Tom, long-horned cowfish fishman. Is the train of fish finished yet? Are you kidding me? It's still being designed. And you see Iceberg right there afterwards. So of course Iceberg was around during that time. And you see Lady Kokoro there as well. Ha 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 ha. They're as loud as ever. Are you with the... What? Hold up! Is that Cuddy Flam? No way, dog. How Frankie's never said this before to the crew that he's met the Pirate King. And then he's talking to Oden right now. Bro, he's never ever said this once to the crew that he's met Gold Roger. But Cuddy Flam. He's like, you're an orphan, you want to come with us. So, I mean, Oden doing the co-sign is up there. You want to come with us. He's extending the invitation, but that's great. What? Frankie was there during that period of time. I suppose wasn't Frankie supposed to be like after the fact though? Like during like after like what happened to Roger? Because remember like CP5 came in and was trying to get after Tom because the fact that he was the one who created the Oral Jackson. By that point in time, Frankie was there and stuff under his actual name, Cuddy Flam. But that is very interesting. You have some explaining to do, young Flam. I don't want anything to do with you pirates. You'll just abandon me too. Yo, because if you remember, I think it was in the data book or something, but it was said something about Frankie's parents when they threw him overboard. I don't know if that thing, if it was true or not, but I remember seeing something like that before. Yo. Of course, in the kid's head, remembering what happened to him and stuff with his parents. Oh, man. You were abandoned by pirates? You're a funny kid. So, I mean, that has to at least confirm that. I think it was in the data because I don't remember ever seeing it being stated in, like, the Water 7 saga. But I'm pretty certain that it was mentioned before about Frankie's parents having dumped him off. And then that Tom was the one that ended up getting him afterwards, bringing him over the Water 7. Bro, that's crazy. But that still blows my mind. He was there during the adventures of Roger. He met Roger, Rayleigh, young Shanks. He's known Buggy. Like, that is a crazy detail, though. Hold on. Yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho. I mean, we're not going to Thriller Bark, but at least they're singing the tune. The big sing greatness. And you see right there Toki afterwards holding on to Hiyori. And you see, of course, Oden all smiles and everything too with his lovely family. Where's it Momonosuke? It's like, yo ho. Trollish. I don't know if this is Rukasina or whatever, but You see them like all running away, have food in their mouths and stuff. And Buggy for sure, definitely doing the Joseph Joestar. And you see Momonosuke hanging on to the head topper in there for Oden. You see Rayleigh like he has like his cheek all puffed out like he has like a Jolly Rancher or a Jawbreaker from Eden and Eddie. And of course Nakamomushi just being an absolute sicko, man, just laughing away while they're being chased by a huge mammoth. Just as the volcano goes off in the distance, though, but yo ho ho yo. Bro, what kind of adventure did this man go on? This man went to the Tequila Wolf Bridge. That's what it has to be. That's what it has to be, yeah, because you see there's the people there like grabbing like the stone cinder blocks and stuff on chains. So he went. So hold up. So he went from Water 7. But that doesn't make no sense. But how the hell did you go from there to there? Because wasn't it stated too that the Killer Wolf Bridge was basically back in the East Blue. That's what. He U-turned, or I guess like in terms of the Calm Belt, I don't know. Okay, well that's something I'm gonna have to look into afterwards in terms of the map or like the directions and stuff. But I'm pretty sure that that's all the way back in East Blue where the direction is. But of course, Oden using the binoculars and stuff to see what's going on. And of course, he knows that they're building a bridge, which that information needs to be known, man. Because I believe that bridge was being made like since the very end of the Void Century. Unless Toki knows something, I don't know. Oh, is this Fishman Island? Let's go to the amusement parks. No, it's Sama Oni, bro. You're an idiot. Look at that, man. These guys were in the Grove and everything too. And they have their ship coded as well. Don't be foolish, Oden. There's a big chance that we'll die on the way to the real Fishman Island. So of course they have submerged, and this is gonna play. Hold on, bro, because remember way back in Fishman Island when when they were all going down and stuff, and Luffy, had the voice of all things and stuff. And remember this to the Roger had the same thing. Is this the scene we're seeing right now? He's like, you heard that? Really? Heard what? We're 10,000 leagues under the sea. Who are you? Show yourself. Pretty sure I also heard something. You too? So yeah, because remember Oden, we know has the voice of all things. But that's awesome. Like that little moment we got back at Fishman Island, like we're seeing it now in the flashback as it happens. You see the big fish looking here, and it's an ugly looking bro. It looks that was one ugly looking fish, man. It looks like super trolly. It looks like a girl fish there with like the huge jaw thing sticking out and everything. I don't know. That's wild. Okay, we're going down. Where's all this noise coming from? Wait, why are you humans? Why are you here, humans? It's me. Oh, Neptune! He's like, look, it's me, Neptune. Roja. It's like, Roja, I could barely recognize you. Are you the one making all this noise? Yo. So this is before he was king or something? Because he has like night gear on and everything too. Because I don't remember him being like a fighter that much, going back to Fishman Island. So we haven't done anything wrong. We haven't done anything wrong. That's because you haven't done anything yet. Listen, I stopped you to talk about a prophecy, something only a man of your caliber could achieve. The doors of Fishman Island will be open for everyone, and the border between our worlds will be no more. Since you're here and you have the power to destroy the entry to the island. So a huge shaking thing. Hold on. So Neptune, I can't believe it. Our army has suffered some damage. The door that allows ships into the harbor has also suffered some damage. So Roger, did you hit it? There's a hole near the border bubble too. Go and patch it. So I guess they're being attacked or something from prior or whatever. Like, so the day of disaster has finally come. Damn it, we've been standing right here. It wasn't us. Yo, Shirley. Or Shirley, whatever. Go with the other one. But this is her when she was 3 years old. So it's Shirley, age 3. The day of disaster will only happen after the mermaid princess is born. Yo, and I have to think too, Arlong has to be here. Yo, we see young Arlong, dog. It's like mermaid princess. Now that's new. So the king is going to have a daughter in the future. Should we throw a party now or wait until she's born? He's like, wait a minute. I'm not even married. Oden, I only became king a few months ago too. Okay, so even after the fact that he got his place in royalty, the man sat on the front lines doing gold stuff as he should be. Well, let me see. Do I see Arlong in any of these or no? No, it's just like some of the older people and stuff from way back. But Sir Neptune, everyone knows that Charlie has a prophecy containing information about how a carp will marry into the royal family, of course, Otohime. And since then, Otohime has been leading political demonstrations demanding the king to better our relationships with humans. What kind of prophecy is that? Undersea forest. As you've witnessed, the whole country is caught up in that child's prophecy. Neptune, for the last time, we've got nothing to do with this chaos. And it's Scopper that's the one that's telling him that. But it makes you wonder too, like they were being attacked from before. Because I remember there was something too, that Fishman Island was once attacked as well. And then Whitebeard and his gang came afterwards and took it over as their island. So at least at this point in time, Fishman Island's not owned by anyone else at this point. And then afterwards, when it was Roger that got taken out, is when Whitebeard came in after the fact. It's like, wait a second. There are 2 poneglyphs in this forest. One of them doesn't seem important, but yes, for God's sake, I forgot about it. I forgot the Joy Boy thing. Like, yes, the other is an apology from a man named Joy Boy. I must say I'm impressed that you can read those. More importantly, the weapon that could shake the entire world isn't here. So of course you see on the slab and stuff of the poneglyph, one of them has like the darker coating, which is signify the road poneglyph. The other one on the right side being the one that has to carry the apology from Joy Boy. The poneglyph from Sky Island said that it would be here. Well, about that, recently I heard one of Charlie's prophecies concerning that weapon. Every 100 years, Poseidon, the god of the sea, is reborn. His hidden power to destroy the world lays dormant inside a pure maiden. Now I have to think, and I need a fact check on this down in the comments, because Alabasta was when Robin was about to learn the info on Pluton. Skypea was when she learned about the info about Poseidon. I think that's what it was exactly. So just like as a fact check, if you can do that for me in the comments and stuff. I'm probably going to see after the fact, but I think that's what it was too for Poseidon. Because I was thinking to myself, what, like for Pluton, me, but no. Because we already know the details with how Pluton and the whole thing like that. So, yeah, so lays dormant inside a pure maiden. To put it simply, it's highly likely that my daughter is the weapon that will destroy the world. Yashiroshi. But that's as far as this prophecy goes. I have no idea what kind of person she will be. So Poseidon is a mermaid, huh? I could give you some tips on fatherhood if you want. Of course, you're going to be the one to say it. This man was going hard work, bro, inside the boat and stuff. So, of course, like, he knows experience. Hey, Charlie. You... Yo, my man's out here on his Persona 4 and Trails in the Sky gimmick, bro. This guy went in, goes to see a fortune teller, pays the 1 ticket to go and use it, and says, okay, yo, tell me what I need to know, man. He's like, hey, yo, you got any other prophecies? Maybe you can tell us when Poseidon will be born. 10 years. So there you have it. So to Roger, 10 years. Because we know for the fact that Shirahoshi, I think in the current timeline, she's 16 years old. So yeah, it makes sense there. So there you have it. It's Roger, 10 years. Honestly, I'm disappointed and concerned that you're showing so much interest in my family affairs. I mean, that's Roger, man. It's like Neptune. What we're after is the treasure left behind by the weapon's creator. We're not interested in the weapon. Right, Roger? The treasure left behind by the weapon's creator. Noah's Ark? Because that's the only thing that can come to mind right now in terms of that. The Noah's Ark. That's gotta be something else, but nothing rings a bell. I never said something like that. Did I? Well, don't worry. I don't have enough time left to come back and steal your shaggy daughter. What a bad man. He's like, who said she'll be shaggy? I'm so used to seeing that name because of my dog and stuff, but that's sick. That's absolutely sick. Alright. Following the sea breeze. So, of course, now afterwards going from Fishman Island, they go back into the New World and stuff because you see from like the the waves and stuff, similar to the one that the Straw Hats were on as they were going to Punk Hazard. Riding on the waves. So they went from like, the waves coming off, entering the new world. They went to Rajan Island because clearly like the lightning and stuff coming down, and they zapped Odin and everything as they should. Far across the salty depths, and they found like another poneglyph there as well. The merry evening sun, the circling birds sing in the sky. Farewell to the harbor. Yo, you see all the crew and everything too, all in the little the sauna and stuff on the hot springs, all drinking like their lean and that ale and whatever it may be that they got on them. Shanks, of course, like right there with Momonosuke, and Momonosuke looks like he's very close to being the age that we see him right now in the current time and stuff. See, Scott got bone, and does he have a scar? The scar tattoo? I forgot if he had a tattoo and stuff. I didn't pay attention to his arm properly, but I think that's like just like the muscle definition or something. I think that's like a muscle definition or something, because that looks like I thought it was like a scar or something he got from before, whatever. But you see Roger right there after his Israelis, they sing like finding cheers, and the Buggy. I think it's Buggy, either the one that's about to do the cannonball or he's the one that's in the water right now. So whichever one, that's gotta be him. All right, and then going back to Wano Kuni New World. What? Toki is stable for now, but I'm going to be honest with you. She came down with a terrible fever and can't stay with us in the States. However, since she always planned to go to Wano anyway, well, she needs to get off at Wano in order to follow the doctor's orders. Yo, when you see right there Momonosuke and Hiyori, like, all like worried and stuff. Oh man, you see Oden right there for sure, frustrated. What's going on? So that settles it. Not all that's left is to finding out what you should do, Oden. You're just going to ditch her with Kinemon, aren't you? Come on, guys. I'm not that cruel. Wait, Oden. Don't you dare break your promise. You swore to see that adventure to the end. Yo, what a good wife. Yo, even when she's not at 100%, and she knows that in her mind she can end up being like an anchor to this man, to go after what he wants, and that's to look for the answer in his life, in terms of the journey and everything. She said, man, listen, you made a promise. You are not going to break that till you see the end of your travels. This feels like something like, like people who play, like, let's say in the MLB, like baseball, basketball, whatever it is, like your main like sport, whatever it may be, right? You're in the prime of your career, but you've yet to win a championship. But the tough times, right? Your family's always left at home while you're on the road playing, like, whatever, 82 games, 162 games, whatever it may be. And this is the perfect time for you to find exactly, your chance at a championship, or in this case, finding the answer to your travels. And she's not stopping this man from accomplishing that. If that is not a wife, man, I don't even want to hear anybody else tell me that they are a day one. Because Toki is about the gang, man. And she's about her mans. What a good woman, though. See, Lord Oden. See, Kinemon then came back after waiting at the shore. We protected Curry in preparation for your return. Please become Wano's ruler once again. Silence! Haven't you considered Oden's feelings? He'd feel awful if his adventure ended because of me. Man, I love me some Toki. Let that man see the end of his journey, even when she's not in the perfect condition. She's like fighting herself too, just to keep warm and like being able to just talk and let them know what's going on and everything, man. What a goat. Enough. I'll continue to travel. See the look on Kimon's face. I could tell my Oh, the factories. That means Kaido's there already, or at least Orochi's doing his thing, man. Oh my god, this is gonna hurt. Man, I could tell my country had changed without even turning around to look. If I turned around, I knew I would never again leave this island. It's like I couldn't stand to look at it with my own eyes. Yo. This man knows that the home that he had been with for many years, if he looked at it one time just to see what it became, he's gonna mollywop every single person on that island that let it be what it is right now, man. You see where the Conjuro and Kinemon, you scum! Like, they gotta be playing around with him. There's no way he can be saying that too, because you know his feelings. If he sees that, he's gonna quit his adventures right there, man. We got one of those poneglyphs as fast as possible and left my country and beloved family behind. So of course Toki, Momonosuke, and Hiyori went back. Scum. What is, come on, Roger. Come on, man. This is supposed to be like a real sad moment and everything too. What a sicko. It's like, oh, come on, you can't read the poneglyphs. Oh, look at that, man. You see in the distance right there, the two factories up on the top of the hill and everything, or the little mountain tops. 4 years later, a homecoming like this would not be waiting for me. You see, like, there were the World Jackson, the big egg. That big egg better be something, man. That better be something like a big time to the story, because otherwise, Oda's a troll, man. Even though the Vivi card points over here, I don't think we can land at Zou yet. You see right there, Zunisha and stuff right there walking the seas. Seriously? This isn't an island? Are you okay, Oden? Yeah, it's just this island gives off a different vibe, so of course the voice of all things kick it in. You see the rest of the minks here too. This is supposed to be Pumbaa? That man's gonna get copyright or something, bro. That dude looks like Pumbaa from The Lion King. It's like, look, pirates have come to visit, and they brought the Kozuki clan with them. So of course they know and everything about those guys. It's like, who the hell is this dude? It's like, huh? Is this a letter of introduction from Nekomamushi? Duke Heijukashikan. Higushi-kan. Duke Khan. We'll go with that. I'm so glad that both of them are still alive and well. You don't know how much turmoil your disappearance has caused. This is the king is a goat. Like, this is crazy. The king is a literal goat, bro. The Duke. Duke Khan, man. Until we get the official translation, bro. It's Duke Khan to me, bro. But of course, like, he knows of them and everything, so he's basically their elder and stuff, like the elder of the Minks. Minkmanship for the saviors. And they go to try to jump Roger. He's like, what? Wait, what is this? Free hugs. Is that BB over there too, as well, in the corner? It's like, gosh, something is not sitting well with me. Are you alright, Oden? You can always go back to the ship if you aren't. I know exactly what you mean, Oden. You too, Captain Roger. Of course, the voice of all things. Something is here. It feels like something huge is being stored here. We found it. The last road poneglyph. So, of course, the one that they have from before, which that one's lost in history, so I have to wonder if it's still on Fishman Island or if it's somewhere else, though. But you have to think it the one they saw from before. So, wow, the Kozuki clan seal. This means we're sworn brothers with the Minks. So, of course, he knows that, but everyone else from there on Zou and stuff knows that fact as well. Please take me with you. Yo, little Pedro! Back from Whole Cake Island, the little flashback part. Like, your name is Pedro, right? I like your spirit, but it isn't your time yet. Your time to shine has yet to come. Oh, man. I hope to God, man, it went through the way it did, because if he ended up surviving that bombing, man, that's going to be so sad. Like, the impact of his death and everything, too, would just like completely wash away if he's still alive. Oh, man. When will my time come? You already know, man, because snap of fingers, you were gone like that. You'll know when it happens. Help us then. Definitely, I'll help later. And so, we finally assembled the 4-road poneglyphs. The only thing that was left was the final island. At an unknown harbor. Cough, cough, cough. Roger, are you alright? Click. Alright, boys. Have we figured out our destination yet? Oh, he looks like he's getting sicker and sicker, man, by the look of his face. Yes, we did, Captain. When shall we leave? Right now. Yeah. I wonder when the talk's gonna be with Oden that we got from the start of Act 3, man. Well, they were saying the ship talking about how he's gonna change the destiny of Wano. But they were there for their captain, man. Was it luck? If so, good or bad. Suddenly Buggy came down with a high fever as we approached the last island. Apparently it's called the "you'll die if you go to that island" disease. What the hell? That's gotta be a troll. There's no way. Come on. It's like, what? Oh, he's stupid. He's stupid as hell because he lies, man. Come on. I should know better than that because the damn guy lies all the time and stuff. So of course he's gonna make up something like that. I'm an idiot. He's like, why did he have to catch such a rare disease right before the finishing line? He's sick. He's like, no, I was so close. Please take me with you. I want to see it. And Crocus like, no. The ruling of the field stands. It's an incompletion. Don't worry about Buggy. One day we'll sail there with our own ship. So Shanks has not seen what the One Piece is. I just took him right now before bro. If we actually see what Raptail looks like, oh my god. Older, you would have to be the biggest troll of all time if you make me wait 2 weeks and don't even show it. One day we'll sail there with our own ship. Breaking news. No, actually the big news, the biggest news. Gold Roger has finally answered the unanswered mystery of the world. He has conquered the Grand Line. They skipped right through it though. He has successfully sailed across every single ocean there is. In the words of the greatest pirate that have ever lived. He is the king of the pirates. On that faithful day, we had learned about everything in the world. We learned about the Void Sentry. We learned about the meaning of the D name. We learned about the ancient weapons. I at least learned that Wano had connected with the world in the past. But do you want to know what Gold Roger, king of the pirates, did when the treasure he sought was placed in front of his very eyes? He laughed. And he has tears in his eyes, dog. What did you see? What did you see? We laughed as well, to the point where tears started pouring out of our eyes. Hold on, let me zoom in. For whatever reason, this guy decided he's gonna freaking minimize the damn words. To the point where tears started pouring out of our eyes. Joy boy, I really wish I had been born in the same era as you. You left behind such an unbelievable treasure. What a funny story. Hey guys, how about we name this last island that no one arrived at yet? In the past 800 years, this, and beyond the furthest ends of it all, Laughtail. There's gotta be more. There's gotta be... gotta go 2 weeks. 2 flipping weeks. Oh. Oda, you damn tease, but thank God you did it like this. Bro, let me back up for a sec. Look at this panel, dog. He laughed. He had tears in his eyes, but at the very least, little bits of information, possibly of what Joy Boy, of course, has ties to whatever the One Piece is. And that Roger was the one that named that island Laugh-Tale. Well, we know, I'll still call it Raft-Tale to me, but either one, Laugh-Tale, whatever it may be, man. You left behind. So he's the one that left the treasure on Raft-Tale. But what the hell was it that made him, like, he laughed, but he's in tears too, and everyone else is in tears? What the hell could it have been, man? And the one thing, too, I know Oda, he's going to wait until we actually get to the end of the actual story itself for Luffy to actually see it. If not him, Blackbeard, one of those two. Oh, what a flippin' chapter, man. Even though this counts for next year, this is like a top tier chapter, man. Oh my god. So we got so much there that was done, man. We got to go from Water 7, like literally as they left Skypiea, to basically the very end of that adventure. And we know what's going to happen afterwards too, man. The bad times. Because we know, obviously, of course, Roger ends up passing away afterwards. He ends up being captured by the Marines. He dies in Logtown, and then afterwards, 4 years later afterwards is when Oden ends up dying. But I hope it gives an indicator to what happened to the rest of the guys, especially Scopper Gabon, man, because I really do think that man still has some kind of big role to play in the rest of the story. Like, he's basically what we would consider to be the equivalent of, like, Sanji, like, Division 3 commander, all that kind of stuff, right? Or at least maybe equal to Rayleigh. We don't know that. But you have to think, man, him and, like, the other guys, too, from Roger's crew have to be, like, lying somewhere, man. Like, somewhere within the New World, they're gotta be there. There's no way, like, they all just, like, straight up died after all those things that went down, man. But still, I can't get off this double spread, man. He saw it. Let me read this again. But do you want to know what Gold Roger, King of the Pirates, did when the treasure he sought was placed in front of his very eyes? He laughed. That's so ominous, man, and it can make you like wonder like what exactly it could have been. But for him to be in tears, though, like to him, the journey was worth it. And you have to think that's gonna have to be the same look that Luffy's gonna have. I don't know if Teach would ever have that look. He's probably gonna have some kind of sadistic, crazy look on his face and everything. But man, what a flippin' chapter! Thank God I read it now instead of waiting. Like, I know it's probably gonna be far better on the for next Sunday and stuff in terms of translation. But screw it, man. I had to read it now, especially with my schedule upcoming and stuff with work. There's no way I can let that happen, man. So this was an awesome chapter, bro. Yo, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you make, like, first off, how did you feel the way Oda kind of like handled the whole thing in terms of, telling the rest of the flashback and stuff of like, Roger's adventures with Oden and everything, going to Raft-Tale. Obviously, we didn't get to see what ended up happening, and of course, it confirms to us too, Shanks and Buggy never actually saw what happened on Raft-Tale and everything, so they're gonna go on their own. But they must, like, Shanks has to know though where the last world poneglyph is, at the very least, which the tease has to be coming from Fishman Island, and if either somebody else ended up taking it or ended up getting lost at some point in time, we don't know. But yo, this was so awesome, man. But yo, let me know, again, like I said, let me know your thoughts on the comments, how you feel about the chapter. If you have any different feelings towards it or any other, things you want to talk about from the chapter that I didn't talk about too much in the video and stuff, let me know down in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, man. If you want to be part of the weekly experience when it comes to my coverage of One Piece, week in and week out, whether it be on Fridays when it comes out or Maybe the transition to Sundays, we're going to have to wait and see, because if the quality of, the underground plugs and stuff kind of starts to wither away and everything, we might have to move to Sundays. But we'll see how that goes in 2020, and hopefully things will work out for the best. But if this is the last reaction we're doing for the year, man, I'm glad it was this one. So I'll catch you guys down in the comments afterwards, and I'll see you guys afterwards in 2020 for more of the greatness that is One Piece. So, Commodore Lad signing off. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care. Going crazy, yeah, we going crazy.